What's going on?
Girl,
Uh-oh.
what's not going on?
What's up?
These doggone Epstein files are ridiculous.
Girl, I am just like flabbergasted that all this crap is coming out. Oh,
I,
I want to know, but Jesus, these people was weird.
I am sick to my stomach. I
Disgusting.
cannot believe, I cannot,
Yeah,
I can't even fathom that this was happening.
yeah.
It reminds me of that movie Eyes Wide Shut, Handmaid's Tale, combined with House of Cards, and this right now is the sequel to all that stuff. It's disgusting.
Yeah, it's sad. It's not even funny. It's sad. But you know what? I look at it too. Where were the parents? Why did these
Well,
parents let these kids be involved with this old nasty man?
well, the woman Virginia Guthrie, I believe, God rest her soul.
Mm-hmm.
She, in her book, from what I heard and what people were saying, that her father sold her into that. So some of these parents
Yeah.
may have been complicit.
Well, the father worked for the orange faced man, and
Oh God.
yeah, he worked for him at the club, and he got Virginia a job there. And then,
Oh,
then before Virginia died, she was saying that her father was doing foolishness to her too. But the father's denying it. But it's a mess.
well, with all this latest release of all these files that they have, these documentations, the emails, I really didn't want to talk on this because I just think it's just so bad, but we have to address it.
Yeah.
Well, now there's several men who were in those emails emailing back to this man, Jeffrey Epstein.
Mm-hmm.
As of today,
Mm-hmm.
some were fired, let go from the positions.
Good.
And the president of the United States is still in office, lying and tweeting and posting about he was not friends with Epstein, trying to deny everything.
The
What?
the biggest liar of all times. And if you go back and
Oh,
you read what they said, what he was doing to these kids, he should be in jail. He should be under the jail compared to what he was doing to these young kids. He's a nasty old.
yeah. And what they were saying was that these settlements that he made to these underage children, there's a list of children
Yeah.
that he paid settlement payments to, from what I saw online.
Millions of dollars.
But let's back it up a little bit now. This man has been this person since he was running the first time.
Oh yeah.
This thing about him grabbing women by their vaginas and
He's
him owning running, what you call it, the talent, not talent agency, the beauty pageants,
yeah.
and him bragging about being able to go in the back with the girls who were naked and undressing, bragging about going back there while they were naked and looking like he purposely did that.
Yeah.
All this stuff was out and people still voted for him.
Yeah. Yeah. Because I think he was being interviewed by that guy Billy Bush, I believe, and Billy got fired behind letting that,
Laughing.
yeah, laughing and letting that get out. Yeah, for him saying grabbing girls by their vaginas. He's a mess.
Yeah, but there's been allegations about him in lawsuits forever for not renting to black tenants, to being accused of sexual assaults. He was convicted of what is it, E. Jean Carroll?
Yep.
He was found guilty of assaulting her and was ordered to pay her millions. But for some reason, these cult like people who follow him, that wasn't the line that broke the camel's back for them, because they continue to vote him in office.
They continue to vote him in office. They still to this day think what they're hearing is a lie. I mean, who's going to sit there and lie about something back in 2018, 19, whatever? Who would do
or
that?
or 2007,
Uh,
2002, like somebody purposely said, okay, in the future we know he's going to be president,
yeah.
so let's set him up right now.
The
Like,
same,
really?
the same with the birthday card. Somebody wrote his name. He's a mess. He needs to
Oh
go.
my God. It's like America. I am so disgusted. I'm so disgusted because if this was anyone else, they would have been lynching that person right there in that office. They would have got the military to drag them out.
Yep.
And I don't even want to even go through it, but I'm seeing little bits and pieces of it, and it's so disgusting that these men were preying on these young children.
Yes.
Children,
Mm-hmm.
okay? And
Yep.
then for Nicki Minaj to still be
Uh,
going hard and heavy for 34-time felon who is what do you call it? Did they call him a rapist? I guess they said he was a rapist because he raped this woman, E. Jean Carroll, whatever. And she's still going hard and start mixing Jesus. Jesus ain't got nothing to do with that. Jesus is not behind this Donald Trump. I don't care what y'all trying to masquerade it. You think the blessings coming from Jesus? It could be the devil setting you up because there's nothing angelical about anything that comes to Donald Trump or her. It's terrible.
but for her, that's the norm. That's what she live under. Pedophile
Yeah.
and all that kind of mess. So that's the norm for her. It's no big deal.
She's
Whew.
online calling people pedophiles like Jay-Z and everybody. Your husband is a convicted sex offender.
Hello.
Your brother is a pedophile who who was molesting his fiance at the time, daughter, and I
Yep.
think after the marriage.
Hmm. I just don't understand why she going crazy on everybody, and I just don't get her. Somebody need to tell me. Please send me some comments on why Nicki Minaj is carrying on the way she's carrying on. I need to understand because I'm not getting it.
Well, I think this is it. Nicki Minaj was the hot girl at one time. She's no longer that, okay?
Mhm.
Cardi B is now at the top. When Nicki had she posted something about last night at the Grammys, because of course she wasn't there, and saying that they were going to be performing rituals on stage. But remember when she herself did something that was so offensive that the Catholic community and the Christian community was so disgusted at her because it looked like she was doing some type of exorcist or something on stage. And now all of a sudden, because you say Jesus' name a couple of times, you calling yourself a Christian. Well, if that's what a Christian is, count me out
Yeah.
because this doesn't make any sense. I feel like she feels slighted. She needs that attention, and she's doing any and everything to get it. I just don't understand. Honestly, she's a hypocrite because the whole seem like a lot of the leaders on the Republican side, and I'm not saying the Dems don't have them issues either, but a lot of them are fornicators.
Mhm.
A lot of them have been accused of sleeping with the same sex.
Mhm. Mhm.
A lot of them have been also caught up in this underage molestation, just sex ring. So you're hanging out with a crew of people who definitely are sinful people. And then you're sitting there mocking and pointing your finger at other people.
It's,
I think that if she got hurt in the industry, I don't know what she went through. If you were hurt, if you were assaulted, if you were, I don't know, if someone did something bad to you that violated you, share it. Let us
yeah.
hear what's going on. Like all these accusations and Beyonce and Jay-Z. If something happened to you,
Yeah.
tell us about it.
Because I'm lost because I don't understand how she's going cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs.
She sound like that orange man just blurting out stuff. Where's the receipts? Because we know that whole party is just lie all the time. Where are your receipts? Where are your receipts? What's going on?
Well, first I thought she was carrying on like that because she wanted that golden ticket.
Oh,
Woo! Willy
she
Wonka,
thought
Willy Wonka in the chocolate factory with that golden ticket.
she really thought she
Yeah.
became a citizen once he gave her that, but she was flexing it.
Yes.
Honey, that wasn't no citizenship confirmation. That was a memento. It
Yeah.
was a souvenir.
They they checked her real quick on that one. They sure did check her. The White House checked her like, boo boo. No.
Yeah, she sat there and flexed, talk
Yep.
about, well, yeah, she's a citizen. No, you're not. You
Yep.
still have to go through the same procedure as everyone else.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Because I was like, did they just really give her that card? Is that why she was doing what she was doing?
That's what I thought.
And she looked a hot mess. She looked like a human-sized marshmallow peep with all that yellow
Yes.
on.
She was
Oh, she
big.
looked a hot
She was
mess.
Big Bird.
Oh, she looks atrocious with that butt in the back. Looked like it was
But
5 pigs in the back fighting. Look crazy.
first of all, I don't know how it is January and you got on some sandals. Girl,
What
it was
her
cold outside.
the sandals were too big for her because her toes was way at the back. She had a whole bunch of shoe in the front of her
Oh
sandal.
my God. Why would you even wear those? It was snow. Got snow on the ground. You in DC.
What about the wig glue? The wig
Oh
glue.
my gosh. Somebody was saying, well, I guess her hairstylist must be one of the gay people left her because her hair looks a hot mess. No one's there to style her hair. Why?
She's crazy. She's crazy. Did you see how awkward she was when she's up there praising? I'm like Donald Trump's biggest fan. And they just looking at her like, what? And then she didn't even know what to do to get off the stage. Just she thought she had that golden ticket. She thought she was an automatic citizen.
It's that Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory, that golden ticket. So she had that ticket.
She posted it like she was already a citizen. And the White House, honey, they gonna tell you, nope, that's not what it is. It's a memento. It's a souvenir.
They checked her so fast.
Yeah, yeah. Be careful. Be humble. Be humble.
Mm-hmm.
But she don't understand. Donald Trump has watches that people have bought years ago. They have yet to receive.
Yet to receive, or some people got watches that was spelled wrong. It didn't even say Trump. They were saying rump.
Donald Rump. The Rump
Donald Rump
Maman.
watch.
But
Yes.
can you say the grift, the big grift? Because he's a grifter.
Yes. But I'm
Yeah,
I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised
Nick,
because he'll beg for anything. I'm not surprised.
Nicki Minaj got played. Okay. And this is another thing with Donald Trump's team. For some reason, I guess they think black people are monolith, that if you pick a black person, everybody gonna follow that person because that person is black.
Mm-hmm.
And that's where they're wrong. Okay. First they tried it with Omarosa. Omarosa finagled her way into that situation with him the first term he was in office. I don't know how much she got paid or how much she got out of it, but she got in there. And when they realized that she was ineffective, because we don't rock with her like that, she
Exactly.
was out on her butt.
Mm-hmm.
So then they had the Candace Owens connection. And then when Candace Owens started flipping on them, they needed to find them another token Negro. But one thing about Candace, she doesn't deny she's black. Omarosa doesn't deny she's black. Nicki Minaj, being Trini, I doubt that she sees herself as black. Okay. But they decided to have Nicki Minaj. So Nicki Minaj is kind of like that Omarosa 2.0. And because she has all these followings on social media, and we all know that people can buy those people to follow you. So that doesn't mean it's legit. And your following is not automatically translate to sales or anything productive. Doesn't mean just because you have millions of followers that you're going to be able to make a dent. Because how many people have millions of followers and they release a project and the project goes double nickels? You know
Yep.
what I'm saying?
Yep.
Double wooden nickels, I should say. You
Yep.
know what I'm saying? So they sat there, and because she was online acting like a pick me, because she was sitting there saying all this craziness and stuff, going after Gavin Newsom. So were you upset with Gavin Newsom because state of California arrested your husband because he didn't register as a sex offender?
Mm.
So you have an issue with him. And then now all of a sudden, Miss Anaconda and the big butt girl and her coochie this, her coochie that. Now you start trying to sing about Jesus. Okay. Like, honestly, show us in your movements, show us in how you handle people, because you're still acting like that same old raggedy Nikki that's out here acting ratchet.
Terrible.
Check this out.
Mm-hmm.
Nicki Minaj even went after Lizzo.
Oh, yeah. I don't even understand it. Why she went after Lizzo. I mean, Lizzo was just voicing her opinion in reference to Jay-Z, saying, let's just wait and see exactly what's going on. Because you know what? Some stuff is AI. Who knows if it's true or not? We don't know.
I know.
So,
I know.
Lizzo was just spreading, saying, let's just wait and see. Nicki went off on her, saying, oh my God, you already lost 300 pounds. Now you're going to be, do an album,
S-
only going to sell 300 records. I mean, it's crazy.
She's a mean girl. I've said it before. I'm going to say it again. Little Kim told us.
Yeah, she did.
Little Kim told us she was a mean girl.
Yeah, yeah. Hey, don't forget she went after Mr. Don Lemon. The Lemon
Oh,
Shan.
Don
He
Lemon.
lit
And yeah,
her
and
up.
calling for Don Lemon to be arrested because he was following a story. See, this is the problem. When I grew up, we understood journalism is
Yeah,
the who, what, where, why, and how. You
yeah.
did not go making up stories. Their idea, this other Mad Hatters, their idea of journalism is whatever you feel, just say it.
Just
No,
lie.
that's not journalism. Just
Lie.
lie about it. Make it
Yep.
up as you go.
Yeah.
And for her to call him out like that, and I'm wondering, had Kamala Harris asked Nikki to be on her campaign trail, would she have been all red hatter now? Because I wonder if that played a part in it, because she was reminding me of Kanye West. President Obama never invited Kanye West to the White House. So many people have gone into the White House. So many black artists, so many black musicians, entertainers, all that. They all got invited. Kanye was never invited.
Hmm.
And then there was a hot mic moment where President Obama, I think he called him a jackass, if I'm not mistaken. And that went viral. The news picked it up. And I really feel that Kanye attached himself to Trump in retaliation to Obama.
Wow.
Now, had Obama invited Kanye West to the White House, he probably wouldn't even gave Donald Trump a look.
Yeah. Yeah. Hmm.
And we got to remember, a lot of these artists, they are, and these men especially, a lot of them are looking for approval by a white man.
That's sad.
And it goes back to this whole conditioning, because think about it. In the music industry, a lot of times artists, black artists, are R&B, this and this and that. And I've heard people say it time and time again. Well, you really made it when you crossed over. And
Mm.
crossed over means you've been accepted by the white market.
Wow.
So imagine that. So imagine somebody taking that and thinking about that in their daily life, saying, wow, I want to get close to this person because this person has this person. And you got to understand, even with these Epstein files, I'm noticing that even though there's wealthy people dealing with Epstein, for some reason, they still was pining to be in his circle.
Hmm.
So I think they believed that maybe he had more money than them, or they were trying to get him to fund things for them. But the way that these people were like trying to win him over, there was a lot of pick-me's. Even though they were big in their fields and big billionaires, they always looked like they was looking for approval, like if he were their daddy or something. It's strange.
Yeah. Yeah. I agree. I agree. Or they all was with that nastiness. That's the issue too. And they just
Yeah.
figure if Epstein can provide the women, I'm going. That thing with Bill Gates.
Oh God, what the STD, the
Oh my
STI, what the
God.
what?
Oh my goodness. And wanted Epstein to give him some medication to be able to give to his wife so that she, I guess, can tell that she had a STD, STI, whatever she had. But
Yes,
how you gonna
yes,
give somebody some medication?
yes. Based on the email,
He burned her
he contracted a sexually transmitted infection,
from the Russian
or
girls.
from a Russian girl, from a Russian hooker, and gave it to his wife, I guess. So he wanted Epstein. I guess Epstein was like a fixer too.
Yeah.
He must have had
So,
connections in all the different fields of everything in business. So he wanted Epstein to help him get some, what do you call it? Is it antibiotics? Whatever it
yeah,
is
yeah,
when you get
yeah.
diseases.
Hmm.
Well, he wanted him to help him get that, and he wanted to find out ways that he can, I guess, feed it to his wife without his wife knowing that she had an STD.
Yeah, that's sad. That's sad.
That's
That's dangerous.
dangerous.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah. Because I know someone had interviewed her and she was saying how she didn't have good vibes about Epstein. And
hmm
that I guess Bill always talked about him so much. So she was like, okay, let me see who this guy is. So she said she went over to the house one time, and once she walked in and saw who he was and what was going on, she didn't have good vibes. She kept telling Bill, otherwise, leave him alone, stay away. And I guess he couldn't. But after a while, they got a divorce.
well, I guess it could have been if he infected her, that would be
Yeah,
grounds for divorce. No wonder she got that chunk of change. That man could have killed her.
yeah,
Okay,
yeah,
could have gave her
true.
something that she couldn't get rid of.
Yeah.
Disgusting.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But Don Lemon came out of that out of that jail. He was walking eyes free, eyes free.
But he shouldn't even been arrested. I come in. He's doing his job. They acting like he went in there just going nuts. Come on. He interviewing what's going on.
Yeah, he did exactly what an interviewer is supposed to do. But as they always twist the information the right side, they want to say, "Oh, he must have planned it. He led that." They always twist it and manipulate it, just like they blame the victims for them being murdered. Like you cannot listen to them. All they do is take things and once they get it computed in their brain, they spit it out a different way. Don Lemon did nothing other than capture what was happening in the now. They're upset because he had it on film that there was a priest allegedly also serving in that church and also serving as an ICE director.
Yeah, I heard that too. I heard that too. And you know what? They're probably upset too because Don is giving you the true facts, not these
Yes.
lies. You can't
Yes.
believe nothing regular radio stations, news.
Yeah,
Media.
mainstream media is the worst.
Yeah, they're bought by Trump.
They already bowed the knee. And I'm gonna say this, the whole thing with these networks, because they're all in bed with Trump, okay? These networks, they got rid of the black and the brown faces, most of
Yeah,
them. Yep.
absolutely. Yeah,
So they thought that that was gonna put them, okay, throw the black people out. And you know what? That'll teach them they're gonna suffer. But what people may not know is that Don Lemon said himself that when he settled or whatever he got paid out from CNN, he doesn't have to work another day in his life. But what he does with his Lemon Nation on his YouTube channel, he does it because he loves it and he wants to get the truth out and he wants to fight for democracy, right?
yeah, yeah,
So then, remember when what's his name? Chris Cuomo? He and Don used to be on CNN back to back. One would come on, the other one come after their show ended, and always ended like, "Oh, I love you, my brother. I love you, my brother. I love." Well, now that "I love you" stuff was a big front because now Chris Cuomo is on a hating spree trying to act as if Don, like he did commit some type of crime or something going in the church. Like, you're a hater. First of all, Don is going to be even better off now because once he get that lawsuit and he wins this case, he's going to sue the government as he should and get paid more money. And he's going to be the person, the poster child, the martyr that actually did something. He went in history and he stood up for what is right. While everybody else is kowtowing to this man, Don Lemon is right. And he's one of the voices that we need out here because so many lies are being spun around like a doggone ballerina. It's a mess. Shame on mainstream media for their headlines suggesting that Don Lemon was a part of the protest when he was actually covering it as a journalist. They own him, the regime media.
yeah. Did you see that they arrested? I think it was no, maybe five, four journalists that were African American. And I think one was a Caucasian. But they made sure they arrested four. I mean, they're doing their job. Trump and them is a hot mess.
They're weaponizing the KKK Act of 1871 against Don Lemon, journalist Georgia Fort, and activist Traherne Jean Cruz and Jamel Lydell Lundy. Can you believe that?
Did you say 1871?
Yeah. The KK, this crazy regime is weaponizing the KKK Act of 1871 against Black journalists and activists. This is formerly the Civil Rights Act of 1871. It was a federal law enacted to enforce the 14th Amendment and to protect against KKK intimidation. It authorized the president to use federal troops, suspend habeas corpus, and make state officials liable in federal court for violating citizens' civil rights. The key aspects of this act, the purpose is aimed at suppressing KKK violence and protecting the civil rights of freedmen in the South during Reconstruction. So the criminalization part is it turned various KKK intimidation tactics into federal offenses. So imagine what a day before Black History Month, they're going to use an act that was created to stop the white man from attacking the black man. Now they want to charge the black people with an act that was really meant to prevent the white men from attacking them. Crazy.
Well, first of all, they don't even understand the act. That's the problem. It's the problem. They don't get it.
When it's all said and done, I don't know if we'll ever recover because with all the civil rights violations, human rights, just rights, they're just the most lawless administration of my lifetime that I ever experienced.
They can do all they want. God is always in control. He may let them go a little further, but he may not let them go too far. So I
Yeah,
just keep praying every day and keep it moving. That's it. That's all we can
because
do.
our God is not the same God they worship.
Yeah.
Their God is G for gold, the O is for oil, and the D is for drugs, and the S for the sex ring. That's their
Whew,
gods.
disgusting. I agree.
People keep saying they're a Christian, they this and this, that. Let me tell you something. God gives us all free will. He doesn't force us to worship him. He doesn't force us to believe in him. He gives us free will. When you see a human that's trying to force you into whatever religion they're believing in, something's not right because
I,
God doesn't even do that.
I agree. 100%. I agree.
And people need to know that. People need to read their own Bible. All this stuff saying God sent me just because Trump said God sent him. Satan sends a lot of people too.
Yep,
Listen,
that's true.
Satan was once an angel. And,
Yep.
and the devil knows the Bible back and forth like anybody else. So be wary because every gift you get doesn't mean it's a gift from God.
Yeah.
The devil try to bless you with something too.
Yes. Yeah. Absolutely.
It's disgusting. People need to read for themselves and wake up because when you worshiping a man like that, that's not of God. That's cult like behavior. This is like Jim Jones 2.0.
Yes.
You know what? I will say to his credit, every time he's in office, he puts a mirror up to America.
Yeah.
And those that are believing what he believes in and those who are racist, who are hateful, they are being exposed because they feel comfortable. And just pay attention and watch which companies, what corporations, and people who are all just co-signing what he's doing.
Yeah. That's true. That's
And
true.
another thing, how serious can we really take these people? These people, I'm not even calling them white supremacists because there's nothing supreme about them. What can we talk about? These white narcissists. How can you take them seriously, right? So they want this all white nation, make America all white again, all this propaganda stuff, all everything is shown with just white people, white families. Okay. So if that's the case, how come your leader of this whole white national movement, how come your leader, who's the president of the United States, he's married to an immigrant?
Yeah.
Immigrants, you don't like immigrants, but your leader is married to one, right? So the second man in control, or the second man in charge of the chaos, I should say, because no one's controlling nothing over in America. So you got King of Chaos, and then you got the Prince of Chaos,
Yep.
which is JD Vance. JD Vance is spitting this rhetoric about all white this. We don't have to apologize by being white. Your wife is brown.
Yeah.
Your wife is brown. Your children are brown. Your wife is Indian.
Yeah.
So how seriously can we take any of these people, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Then there's a few people that we know who are on that in that team who are gay.
Yeah.
So isn't this the same people that they don't like, these white narcissists with this whole movement, make America great again? You don't like immigrants, but your president is married to one.
Yeah.
You don't like brown people, the vice president is married to one.
Yeah.
There's a few, you don't like gay people. There's a few people on his team who are openly gay, okay?
Or hiding
Um
in the closet, but we know they gay.
exactly. Okay, sis, we know sis, the sis of the church.
Yeah.
So then what about the ones that are in this actual file that are molesting children? So you're anti-molestation, not molesters, but there's molesters that have been confirmed that is a part of this team. And
Yes.
even your president has been accused of molesting young girls. So how seriously can we take y'all when what you're saying, the people that are leading you are not even going down that route? And Trump even said out of his own mouth that he wasn't even a Christian.
Yeah. Yeah. It's terrible.
So how seriously can we take you guys with this conviction? Because you don't like immigrants, you don't like brown people, you don't like gay people, you don't like child molesters, but guess what? That whole team that's leading y'all, there's a whole mix of them right in there.
Mm.
Okay, so what? So what's going on?
Yeah. Yeah. Tell the truth. Tell the truth and shame the
Tell the truth.
devil.
Shame the devil.
Tell the truth.
Yeah, Chris Cuomo really he played in our face with that, because I really thought that he and Don had a genuine. Well, I thought he really genuinely cared about Don, but I feel like Don is getting too much attention, and I think Chris is on some hating, or he was being a faker. And ever since his brother got kicked out of the governor position and forced to resign, I believe, and then his brother was not allowed to be the Democrat candidate for running for mayor, he just got extra salty.
Yeah. Yeah. He played in our face. Also, Michael Cohen played in not my face,
Oh,
but he played in what's that group? What's that
Midas
the Mighty
touch.
Touch? He played in their face too.
I never trusted Michael Cohen, and I did not understand why Midas touch, why you thought it was okay to link up with a fixer.
Yeah.
This man is a fixer. You don't just change overnight and have a come to Jesus like that. This man has did some god awful things on behalf of Donald Trump,
Yeah.
and you guys gave him a platform. And he's another grifter. He came in here, scooped up his platform from y'all, built his little fan base, and then he flipped on them.
Yeah. And the sad part about it, why didn't Midas Touch get out there and tell us what happened? They put a little snippet.
Just saying they're no longer associated with
Yeah,
him and his
tell the truth. What
shows.
happened? But I think they did it that way because if they really broadcast it, you may lose followers. You know, they all about the little clicks. They give me my money.
Yeah, alarmists. Yeah. I didn't understand that either, but I guess they figure, you know what? They'll keep flooding the zone, just like the White House flooding the zone. Yeah, it's just crazy. It's just crazy.
Yes.
All right, girl.
All right. I will holler at you later.
All right.
All
Bye.